Hi everybody, this is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald bringing you your monthly reading for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising for April 2022. As always, as we get started here, just a reminder that I use the traditional Rider-Waite deck. That's my go-to deck. And because the fairy energy has been so strong, I did pull a fairy message for everyone at the end of this month, okay? So as we get started here, first and foremost, 1st through the 9th, we have 3 cards coming up. We have the 8 of Swords, Judgment, and Knight of Pentacles. So really feeling like Taurus, you are coming to some sort of a gradual realization that success is what you make of it. Okay, so whether you are seeing the term success as something that you are deeming in perspective overall, as seeing as glass half empty or glass half full, that's what I'm feeling is happening right now. So I feel like that might fluctuate day to day for you. I feel like you could one day be seeing the one spectrum where the glass is half empty and you're feeling like, man, this is just not progressing the way that I wish that it was progressing. And then the other days you could be seeing it more like the glass is half full and you're like, man, I'm doing so great and I have so much to celebrate and I have all of these accomplishments, and you're celebrating even the most amazing little accomplishments, right? What you would see would be like a little thing to celebrate would be something that you would deem worthy of celebration, which is an amazing place to come from. And I do feel like anything that you're putting effort into and you're doing it with pure intent, this slow success is going to be the best success because it's going to bring long-term lasting success. This Knight of Pentacles, yeah, he comes in slow, but he is someone who brings in a long-term goal that has some real solid ground to it, right? And so that's a really good thing. I do feel like with that 8 of Swords, we could be addressing some barriers this month. So you could be starting the month off kind of hot, right? With, the 8 of Swords really coming in to address those. You be in a place to maybe tie up loose ends. And when I say that, you could be experiencing some residual effects from past issues that you've had, childhood traumas, things like that. And I do feel that this could really be something to get in touch with your own feelings about. Maybe perhaps question, what is it that you're resentful about, right? Or perhaps, what is it that you're romanticizing? What are you putting expectations and hopes on that are maybe a little perhaps unrealistic for your long-term goals, right? And so really looking at things in that perspective as well. So I feel like, looking at all of these things and being honest, getting real raw and honest with yourself is really a good thing, because you're really noticing what is creating some of these barriers for you in terms of looking at what's keeping you from getting to the success that you're really wanting and hoping for, like big success, right? Like King of Pentacles success. And so you're starting off slow, but that's okay. You will get there, right? That Judgment card is going to get you there as you're doing some internal searching, right? So again, we really want to celebrate the small wins, no matter how small they are, and be realistic with yourself, be honest with yourself as you're beginning this month, and of course moving forward, looking at your goals and looking at the reality of it here is that you do have amazing things going on for you, and that's a great thing. Start looking at those amazing things, start writing them down, get a gratitude journal going, and allow yourself to sit in that energy, because it will perpetuate more of that. Moving into the 10th through the 16th Taurus, we have the Page of Cups coming in with the High Priestess. I love this one. And 4 of Swords actually came out in the reverse. And so I do feel as though this could be a week where someone in your energy could be really pulling out all the stops, really wanting to get your attention, right? And so they could be maybe dressing themselves in really bright colors, and they could be really loud and flamboyant. And so this is perhaps a week for you to understand that I feel like there's a lot of fires to be put out, right? Like, I feel like your energy could be pulled in a lot of different directions, right? And so there's a need to maybe recenter and refocus and maybe put some of those fires out so that you can focus your energy more on one main burning fire where you won't have any excuses, right, for not showing up for someone or not showing up for yourself in terms of what you're trying to manifest or what you're trying to achieve, right? So again, I feel like containing that fire, containing that passion, right? Maybe there's a lot of things that you want to achieve, and so you've got your hands in a lot of different things, right? So what is it that you want to achieve first? Start to put your energy toward that, right? That's what I mean by just narrowing it down a bit in terms of what needs to happen first. Start working on one thing at a time, or just a couple things at a time, to help you to focus. And so, I feel like there's certain secrets or talents with that high priestess that you should really be honing in on, because I feel like this is not a time to hold back any longer. And I think if you're focusing more on some of those secrets and talents that you have that are like hidden, and when I say secrets, I feel like it's not necessarily like a secret that's going to be revealed to you. It's more like a secret that you have this talent and you haven't necessarily been outwardly with it, more because maybe perhaps you have a fear of putting yourself out there, a fear of rejection, or a fear of not being accepted by others, something along those lines. And so you haven't really been open and honest in terms of what your capabilities are. So this week would be a week to maybe kind of regroup and start to be honest with yourself first, and then be honest maybe with a small group initially about what your skills and capabilities are, and start to put yourself out there so that you are able to feel your way through this as you're starting to live authentically and live in tune with how you feel, right? And so, because I feel like this is something that you've been wanting to do, you just haven't really been expressing this in an outward way in terms of the physical world. And so maybe perhaps when you are by yourself, you've been a little bit more authentic with your skills and capabilities, or maybe with just a few people, but now is the time to go larger scale with that. I feel like there's a lot of people that could benefit from that. And so I do feel that as you start to step into that energy, you will draw more people to you that will be able to benefit from your skills and capabilities as well. So it will be aligning you with the proper path, and all will be well, right? So when you're aligned, you're living abundantly, and you're living within your truth, and you're prospering. So it's a beautiful thing, and those that are meant to benefit from that, and you will feel better for living authentically as well. So moving into the 17th through the 23rd, we have the Seven of Cups coming up in the reverse with Knight of Cups. And that one also comes in a little bit slow, and we have the Ace of Wands. So with this, I'm really feeling like it is time to get creative, okay? So I do feel as though there might have been a period for you in which you have felt a little bit out of touch with reality, right? Perhaps you were searching for answers, right, from a higher realm. And I do feel like a solution might have been presented to you, perhaps in a meditative state. And so it seems a little outlandish. Maybe not to you, but to others as you present this, right? Because it probably, um, came in from a higher self, or a higher self, a higher realm. And so I feel as though, um, I feel like you can hear people saying to you, this is so crazy that it just might work. And so I do feel like whatever the solution is, it really will work. I do feel like there's an issue that's going to be resolved as a result of this. So if you're getting any intuitive hits, and it's offering you some insight on how to solve a problem, and it does seem a little bit off, this might actually work for you. And so I would offer that guidance to you, that maybe perhaps we should try that. And so I do feel like there could be somebody in your energy this week that is perhaps trying to one up you, where I feel like there's this dynamic that's been created, where this person always tries to get one over on you, where you are like doing what you do, and you're doing your best, and maybe perhaps it's in a work field. And so this person always tries to look better, so they try to go above and beyond. But I feel like they anticipate what you're going to do, and then they go like one step further, just to, I don't want to say make you look bad, but maybe to make themselves look better, right? It's always motivated from that end, right? It's not necessarily to make you look bad. That's not their intent. They just want to make sure that they look good, right? And so, but they anticipate your moves, and that's how, they're kind of like watching you, and so they know what you're going to do. So I feel like this week could be a week where you, zig when they zag. And so it's like you completely alter the dynamic and you shock them. Okay, so, and I feel like when you're deviating from this norm, it's really intriguing to them. And so I do feel like, with this dynamic, this person doesn't really want a competition. They want communication from you, right? And so I feel like if there is, someone that's in your mind that you're thinking of about this as well right now, perhaps just initiate a conversation, like a nice, full-blown, mentally stimulating conversation, whether it be about a work project, maybe it's about, something that you have going on that you just want to just ask their opinion about. I think that they, would respect you for that. And so I do feel as though, this is somebody that you wouldn't ordinarily give any time of day. And I think that just acknowledging them with a great conversation could go a long way. Okay? Moving into the 24th through the 30th, we have the Hierophant with Three of Wands, Exploration, and dun dun dun, the Death card. Now, I know that Death card looks a little scary. A lot of people do get a little bit weirded out when that comes up. But there's no need to, okay? I do feel as though there is this insidious, feeling of like insecurities or doubts coming up this week for you, Taurus, in terms of, where am I going and why, right? Perhaps you had this solid foundation, you knew exactly where you were going on your path, or why you were wanting to achieve that goal, and then all of a sudden, perhaps this is not just like coming out of nowhere. Perhaps this has been building for a while, and then you get this, I'm not really sure if this is my path, or I'm not really sure why I would want to be doing this anymore, right? So these kind of are creeping up on you, right? And so, or maybe perhaps you already made some sort of a shift and you're kind of in limbo. Like, is this really the right path? I took that step. I took that leap of faith, and now I'm like, ooh, geez, is this for me? And so there's a reminder here that ordinary has not exactly gotten you where you want to be or gotten you exactly what you've wanted out of life, right? It's okay to be unique. It's okay to be extraordinary. Now is not a time to conform, okay? This is a time to be bold. It's a time to take action. It's a time to make moves, right? And so this is really important that you allow this older version of you that you used to identify as or with to transform with that death card, right? We really want you to allow yourself to transform, to really move next level. Go next level, okay? So you're the ruler of your life. Where is it that you want to go? Where do you want to take things in this next level? Start asking yourself, am I going to be happy if a year from now I don't take these actions? If I'm still in the same place? Am I going to still be asking myself, is this right for me? Is this where I want to be? And if the answer is yes, you're still going to be asking yourself those questions. What have you gained by staying in that position? If you have taken moves and you realize, like, oh, geez, I tried something new for a year, and I learned so much more about myself, and I took that bold move and I tried, and say it wasn't for you. You can't have that regret now, right? So there's nothing to regret about even trying something new, right? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. And so the reminder here is you can't become extraordinary by not doing anything. So ordinary to extraordinary, it's one decision away. Allow yourself to explore your own possibilities, your own capabilities, and get yourself out there, because there's a big, wide world waiting to be explored. And I love that so much for you, Taurus. It's perfect. Perfect. Overall advice here for you. I don't know why we got 3 cards for you, Taurus, but we did. Ace of Swords. They all came out together. 7 of Pentacles, feeling stagnant. Like, man, I've tried so hard and nothing's growing yet. And the Lover's card. But Spirit is saying you're germinating. That's why you don't see the grapes growing. You're germinating. So what I was shown from Spirit is a seed that's literally starting to sprout, right? And it's beautiful energy because we're just coming into spring. So the seed is just sprouting. So you're still under that dirt, right? You're still ready to come up over the dirt and bloom, right? So you're in the beginning stages of something really beautiful. Allow yourself to have some grace in this transition period, right? And in this transformation period. And so throughout all of this, allowing yourself grace, you're going to have to put a little love in your heart. Soften your heart a bit. Soften those resentments. Soften those old hurts, right? And, sprinkle a little love everywhere you go. Sprinkle a little love and kindness into yourself to allow yourself to open your heart to new, to allow these new possibilities, to experience the joy along the way. And so only peace and victory awaits you with that Ace of Swords. It's a beautiful message, really. It's a beautiful. Know that the past does not define you. It is only a path that has prepared you to be the person that you need to be for your future self. And that's a beautiful message, okay? You are being shaped into the person that you need to be to embrace this beautiful future for yourself. I feel like it's like the pottery on the wheel, and as it goes around, we kind of shape it and mold it into what we want it to be. You're the ruler. What are you making, right? What are you making out of your life? Who are you becoming? And these are all beautiful questions for you to sit with and decide for yourself. Maybe you know exactly who that is. So, again, I feel like the best is yet to come for you. And I feel like right now you're just making this like grand entrance, like opening the door, like, I'm here, bitches. And so you're bringing some heat and beauty and love and, deciding what you're worthy of and what you're capable of and what you deserve. And so beautiful energy accompanying that, Taurus. Overall message here from the fairies, we get walk away. Walk away. It says, leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. So allowing yourself to walk away from something that you feel no longer serves you, no longer resonates for you, will create space for something new and better to come in for you. And, feel as though this is a commitment that you're making to yourself, to your future, and you owe it to yourself to take that chance. You owe it to yourself to take a chance on yourself, right? Because if you're not seeking to fulfill yourself while we're here in this life, then what is it for, right? We do not just come in here to go to work every day and come home, right? We have to do something that makes us feel good. If you do something every day that you absolutely love, you absolutely enjoy, and you feel fulfilled with that, and you're living abundantly as a result, do you ever really work? These are questions to kind of contemplate as you're moving through that energy. And so, again, allow yourself this beautiful energy to explore new paths for yourself. And again, it's just this wonderful springtime energy coming in for your earth element, Taurus. And I love that so much. So as always, if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can hit me up on the Square site, pinned below here in the description box on YouTube. If you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube, please don't hesitate to do so. Hit that subscribe button and the bell so you're notified of all of the new amazing content as it is released. And if you're interested in following me on Facebook, give me a follow on Facebook. I am at Enchanted Emerald Healing over there. And my email is enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com. If you're interested in shooting me some comments down below, let me know what's showing up for you this month. I'd love to hear from you guys. As always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon, and I hope you have an amazing April. Thank you. Take care.